Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to look at this weekly bar chart. Before I do so, I want to mention that on Tuesday, Wicked Stocks put out a stock pick on Taiwan Semiconductor. You may want to check that out. It's approaching a very significant area that you can act on longer term. And so we also provide the near-term possibility, the 3 to 5 weeks, but we also look at 3 to 5 months. And then we also show exactly where the trade would go bad, where you would want to place your stop, etc. So check out wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of our 5-day free trial. You can see the stock pick we put out on Taiwan Semiconductor on Tuesday. We've got another one coming out on Thursday. Last week, I could go on and on and on. Also, you'd receive daily Triple Q, daily SPY, a weekly Apple stock, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100 analysis, and 2 stock picks a week. So go to wickedstocks.com and take advantage of our 5-day free trial. So this is a Tesla chart, goes back some 5 years. It was several weeks ago that we settled below not only the 345.53 2-year channel top, but also below the 340.838 downside Fibonacci that is based on the January low against that more recent December high of last year. We closed above the 345.53 2-year channel top several months ago that set off a buy signal up to 507.99. We did not actually reach that objective before cascading south to close below 340.8 roughly 3 weeks ago, anticipating 253.88. Now, I can't say that we came close to testing it. I suppose it's all depends on your perspective, right? If you're a day trader, we did not come close to testing 253.88. But if you're more of a 2 to 3 month, 3 to 5 month near-term investor, then yes, we came close to reaching that actually on Tuesday. 253.88 is our objective, has been our objective, still in reach, can absorb selling through the month of March and even through the entire second quarter. And from here, I would anticipate roughly the low to mid 340s again within 3 to 5 weeks or so. And yes, there is a case to be made that over time, I think after a period of consolidation, we can push on and up perhaps into the low 500 region as we move into later year. But we're a long way from that right now. Bottom line, if there's anywhere to buy Tesla now, longer term, as we move through the second quarter, we are approaching it at 253.88. And from there, we can round up to what is a new channel top at 358.83 within 2 to 3 weeks, 3 to 5 weeks by the end of March, perhaps. 358.83 is a newly formed descending channel top. I say newly formed because it's based in part on Tuesday's low. And so we readjust these every time a new low is put out, holding above 253.88. And I am just going to say that rather than once tested, we've come so close to 253.88 that I'm just going to say holding above 253.88 will keep 358.83 in reach over the next 3 to 5 weeks. Now, in terms of upside, a follow-through buying, I think that does come into play with a settlement above 297.44. I don't see this today, but what I will, I'm going to talk a little bit about our support and resistance. I have 272.68 as an intraday level only. Now, we've been following this channel bottom for weeks, and it's performed pretty well until Tuesday when we broke below it. Assuming we open below 272.68, yes, indeed, that will keep 253.88 in reach today. 253.88 is once again that long-term channel bottom we've been anticipating for the last 3 weeks following the settlement below 340.80. So if we happen to, open below 272.68, that will keep 253.88 in reach. If you're a day trader, you may play the short side down to 253.88 where profits can be taken and you can reverse and go long, perhaps back to 272.68 on an intraday basis. If we push above 272.68, I don't see 297.44 as a clear-cut intraday target, although that may be ultimately what does occur. I have added 284.35 as another intraday pivot point. Nothing more than yesterday's high. That is the high of the low so far following that December high. And so it does have its own pivot point qualities. If we were to also push above 284.35, then yes, 297.44 in reach today. Simple trend line off the lows going back to early January, able to contain today's highs. I wouldn't fall in love with this as a resistance area. In other words, I'm not comfortable playing the 3 to 5 day swing trade back to 253.88. Unless you are adept at day trading and you know where to place your stops. You're very disciplined about that. No problem. But if we happen to close back above 272.68 today, I do see that as a possible low as we move into later March because we've come so close to testing 253.88. But I don't want to get carried away. In terms of bullish continuation through the rest of the week and into next, that is clear above 297.44. So yes, if we close today above 297.44, we've got a good weekly low. We should see 325.10 within a day or two and back into the low to mid 340s by the end of next week or sooner, by which point this 358.83 newly formed 3-month channel top will have converged with the mid to upper 340s. So we'll be watching this area on a day-by-day basis. And yes, it becomes kind of an objective by the end of next week if we can close today above 297.44. It becomes a 2 to 3 week objective anyway once we test 253.88. You might stretch that out to 3 to 5 weeks, but I do think 2 to 3 weeks is likely, especially given the fact that this channel top is dropping on a steady pace. Once again, 358.83 becomes a clear-cut upside objective if we close today above 297.44. Or once we test 253.88, it becomes a clear-cut 2 to 3 week upside objective. Now, if we close below 253.88, and I've added a number because I think it's important, it is a long-term level, 249.54. It is a range now. It's about 4 points, a little over 4 points wide. So if we really do need to close, I think today below 249.54 to indicate a bearish continuation into later week. I don't have the exact target for that right now, but I will say that if we close the week Friday in a couple of days from now below 249.54, that would obviously also be below the 253.88 channel bottom, that we should see bearish continuation over the next, this could be 3 to 5 weeks. It could be 2 months. Somewhere in there, the 153.14 to 159.24 region would be expected. And yes, if we close below 249.54 expected, it will be. I'm going to say by the end of May or sooner. And it could be very similar to what we've seen recently within, 3 to 5 weeks or so. Until then, this is your bottom picking zone of support you can buy into in anticipation of recovery over the next 2 to 3 weeks or so, 3 to 5 weeks into the low to mid 340s. And that low to mid 340s does become a 1 to 2 week target. If we close today above 297.44, that low to mid 340s is a part of a range now that ends at 358.83, dropping daily. This is a big deal up here. Able to contain buying through the rest of March and into April. We can fall back to 253.88 from here. And if we can close above the 358.83 descending channel top over the next few weeks, we've got a good low through the second quarter, the following 2 to 3 months actually in reach then of that 507.09 5-year channel top. But way ahead of myself on that. I hope I've made everything clear for you. Please click like, share, subscribe, check out wickedstocks.com. I will be back tomorrow with Thursday's Tesla. You have a great day.